Hello everyone. Today I want to discuss with you about the topic trust. Trust, you agree with me, it's a very delicate component in life. Trust is a reliance or total dependence on someone or something. Yeah. So at any point in time of our lives we trust. We trust in the day that the day will favor us as we go out and come in. We trust that will vent into a business idea and it will flourish. We trust will go into a relationship and it will favor us. We trust in so many ways. There are so many things we place our trust in. The only ugly thing that happens is when our trust tends to get broken. Humanity have high expectations. Yeah, because we live by faith. And trust and faith goes hand in hand. We have faith in things that are yet to happen, things we desire that will happen, right? And we believe that will so much happen. So it is only when our faith gets cut short, that is when we don't have our expectations being met. That's when we tend to get disappointed. But it's all part of life, alright? It is what sums up our life experiences as human beings. We cannot always have it good and right like we want. There is an adage in life which says you don't always have what you want. Sometimes it is like that, but it's all the components of life, alright? And you also agree with me that at some point in time you have also disappointed someone who puts their trust in you. Sometimes it could be consciously, sometimes unconsciously, but yes, we do it at some point in time of our lives. So you see, humanity's imperfection is what has warranted trust disappointment. If humanity will only have it perfect, then the world itself will be perfect, and maybe we will not also need God. Oh yes, and maybe God himself will not also need us. Okay, so this is how it happens that the Bible now says, for all have sinned and have come short of the glory of God. Alright, so it is due to our imperfections, our trust and trust broken and disappointments. These are all what makes us need God. These are all what makes God also need us. Alright? And without trust, disappointment, I believe we will not have Jesus Christ coming to die for us too. Because already we would have been perfect, so perfect. Alright? So it's a normal thing when our trust gets broken. And I tell you again that it is what sums up our life experiences as human beings. We need to have two parts of our stories, the good and the other side of it complements our life stories. So I want to talk about the trust that we have in God. And you agree with me also that God is He's the only one we put our trust in and we never get disappointed. You will agree with me. If there have any come a time when you thought that God disappointed you and you put your trust in Him, it was because His own timing is not our own timing. Just like our own timing is not His own timing. He did not come at the time you wanted Him to come because to Him that was not the best time. Alright? And that is it. So, if we are to measure the volume of the trust we have in God, it is so great because when we live through the day, we believe He will protect us, He will provide for us, and He will help us also. Now, look at this. There were so many opportunities, so many times where you needed to cut corners, but because of the trust you have in God, you didn't. There were so many times you could have stolen to survive a difficult situation, but you did not because you had trust in God that He will provide unto you. And then there were times you could have gone for wealth ritual, but you didn't. Why? Because you trusted in God that in His own time He is going to bless you with so much wealth as you desire. And then There are times when you could have prostituted, but you didn't because you knew and you held on to God that He will come to rescue you. And there were times when you could have given up on life itself, but you didn't. You still held on to because you trusted in God that He will help you. So when the word goes against the trust we have in it, then it is time for us to reshuffle and invest all that trust in God, because He is the one that causes every other thing, like every other component, to make our trust to become successful. That is to make the faith that we have in Him to become productive. So don't stop trusting in God. What would you do in this whole world? In this life without you trusting in God? There is absolutely nothing. Even the air you breathe it by faith. The food you eat it by faith. And everything, it's all just falls on trust. So in any way you've trusted in time past and you were disappointed, you just come to God. And if you're having troubles trusting, come to God. He will direct you to the right people who will not disappoint you, because not everyone will disappoint your trust, and not everyone will not disappoint your trust. You just have this in mind, alright? Place all your trust in God and He will make you go to the right channel which you can trust and still have your trust productive. Thank you.